I based the sketch on the finished painting, using a B2 pencil and an eraser. First, I outlined the overall composition, the figure's position on the page, the tilt of the head, the direction of the gaze, and the line of the shoulders. It was important to immediately capture the character of the pose, a slight turn of the body, and a raised arm, creating dynamism and a sense of movement. Then I constructed the shape of the head, defining the axis of the face and the main proportions, the line of the eyes, nose, and lips. After that, I moved on to drawing the neck, shoulders, and arm, without delving into details, working with soft, confident lines. I outlined the hair in large masses, establishing the general direction of the strands so that they would later appear lively and fluid. I paid special attention to the tattoos on the arm. First, I outlined them as solid spots and shapes, without devoting myself to ornamentation. At this stage, it was important to maintain the lightness of the lines, so I frequently used the eraser, softening the contours and adjusting the proportions. The sketch had to remain lively, not overloaded, but precise enough for further work with paint. I only began painting after I was completely satisfied with the sketch's composition and proportions. I worked with acrylic paints using 3 brushes, a fine one for lines and small elements, a medium one for shapes and details, and a larger than medium brush for the background and large splashes of color. I began with the background, as it sets the overall mood of the painting. I chose a warm, almost fiery palette yellow, orange, and red hues. I applied the paint with a wide brush using loose, expressive brush strokes, without trying to achieve a smooth surface. It was important to me to create a sense of energy and inner tension so that the background contrasted with the cool tones of the hair and the calm of the face. After the background, I moved on to the clothing. I painted the red dress with medium and large brush strokes, varying shades from dark burgundy to lighter reds. I deliberately avoided complex chiaroscuro. I only outlined the folds so that the clothing remained part of the overall color composition and did not distract from the face. The hair became one of the key elements of the painting. I used rich blue and light blue shades, working with a medium brush. First, I laid down the main mass of color, then added darker and lighter lines, emphasizing the direction of the strands. I left some unevenness and gaps in places. This added liveliness and a hand-drawn expression. I approached the face especially carefully. I made the skin tone light, almost porcelain, with minimal volume modeling. It was important to me to maintain a graphic and expressive quality. I highlighted the eyes with a contrasting yellow, adding clear black lines to the lashes and brows. I emphasized the lips with a rich red to complement the color of the clothing. In the final stage, I took a thin brush and worked on the contours, tattoos, patterns, and black lining. I intentionally left the lines uneven and slightly shaky. This emphasizes the handcrafted look and enhances the decorative effect. The tattoos are done graphically, without filling, so as not to overload the image and maintain a balance between color and line. Critical evaluation of the painting. What worked well? Strong color contrast between the warm background and cool hair. Expressive gaze and memorable image. Interesting combination of painting and graphics. The tattoos add character and individuality to the character. What didn't work or could be improved? The background lacks depth. More transitions and shades could be added. The dress looks too flat. The highlights and shadows could be enhanced. The arm appears anatomically simplified in places. What could be added or changed? Subtle color reflections from the background onto the skin. More nuances in the hair, cool and warm blue tones, detailing of individual tattoo elements. The painting is executed in the neo-pop art expressive illustration style with elements of comic art. It will appeal to lovers of bright, emotional images, contemporary illustration, tattoo culture, and decorative art. The work will also fit well into the interior of a creative space, or become a cover for a music or art project.